Hi, this is Resilient Kent Lau. How do you calculate turnover rate? Employee turnover rate. Well, example is that you have a money turnover is like this. So right here. Well, I just say that that's the original employee pool. That's 100, and you terminate at the month for 10, and then a new hire at 20. So there are 10 resign or so on, but you also hired 20. So at the end, you have 110. Okay, that is the end balance, right? So now you just do another one here. So monthly. So I can just click on this here, click here, minus. You know, this is like expenses that you plus back what you have again. Okay, and that's 110. See that? And that's what it means here now. Assuming that every month you have 10, and every month you have 20 highest new, uh, your hire is always more than the one that leave. Then it is very common. In fact, it will be increasing common that your staff will hand over the resignation letter um, at the least expectation. So you do expect it. It will become very common as you can observe from the LinkedIn how the today's job market change. Alright, so the next thing is that on average it's 120 employees. That 120. How do you get that? Well, that's because if you just do a calculation, then you can see that here it is it's right here, and because it's always 10 and it's always 20, that's a quite constant. You then maybe it's better than that. And here we just click on this link here again. So 100, 120, 130. Alright, so we kind of like having some average feature then. Okay, no, not really here. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Well, I can just link to that. Let's go over here. Let's over here. I think in fact you can just do the same here, but I choose not to. I just use this one minus this day plus I was hired 120. Just drag it here. Okay, I have a total employees on average. Oh yes, there's 110, 120, 130. Okay, so 110, 120. That is the average for the first quarter. So January 1st, February, March, you have 3, and you divide by 3, and you get that average of 120. That's 120. And then a total terminated staff over the first quarter is the 30, because you can see that here. So it's just basically saying the sum. So what is the turnover rate for the first quarter? You got it. Is this. Use this, which is the denominator. Denominator is this average, and then there's a 30. Nominator is this 30. So 30 divided by 120, you get an average of 25% turnover rate. Okay, so out of 100 staff, 25 staff leave. Yeah, that's the thing. So 25% is actually quite high. Depends, you compare with your industry. So the next one is that you can also find out what is the retention rate by using this formula. It will be like using the January minus the termination. Okay, and then you take the value and then you divide by the D17. What is the D17? D17 is just the beginning balance. Okay, so then you get to minus whatever you have that loss, whatever the termination. So that's 90%. You see that you have 100 staff in the beginning, and 10 of them has left. So isn't that you leave with 90 staff? So 90 staff is actually 90%. And the next one is that you have 110 because you have just added a few more there, right? 110. And still, the next one is so 10 staff leave the company, say goodbye, and what's the retention rate? It's 90.9. And now comes to the third month, 120. Now you can see that your retention rate is getting better. Pretty good, right? So now you can tell, rather than tell, okay, I have 10 people staff, 10 people remove, I hired 20, and then 10 resign. So what does it mean? You, in any report, it makes meaningless when you have only one point of data comparison, right? Let's say you only have one January, and you have no February, no March. There's nothing to compare. If there's nothing to compare, you don't know whether you're progressing or you are progress. Okay, so therefore you need to take two timestamp rather than on each month. Yeah. So that is how you calculate the turnover rate and also the retention rate. Thanks for watching. God bless you. God bless Asia.